Wait, are you stuck deciding between renting or buying a property? Then this video is for you. Hey guys, my name is Shidera C. Okoronbo, a realtor and a real estate consultant. Here we talk about everything real estate. Now, I've heard people mention things or say things about they are stuck between buying or renting. They don't know the one they want to choose. They don't know what they want to go for or which is best for them. You've got it all covered. Here, what we do is talk about everything real estate, and this is just you having the answers to your question at the tip of your finger. Now, are you stuck between buying or renting properties? Now, this is what you have to understand about renting and buying. Renting gives you a huge amount of flexibility. It helps you solve a particular goal at a particular time. It helps you solve a short-term goal and it gives you a short-term commitment. Now, it could be because you don't have the funds available, you don't have so much resources available at that time, and you feel your lifestyle at that particular time gives you the leverage to only rent. I think this is perfect for you. Now, I'm going to give you 3 tips on why renting is actually good for you. Now, we have affordability. As we all know, so many Nigerians cannot even afford these things. So many of you or so many of us cannot afford to build a house at this particular time because you don't have the funds available to do this. This is correct. You don't have the funds to achieve this dream of yours at this particular time. So what do you have to do? All you have to do is invest the little you have in renting a property instead of buying. I know that at the end of the day, most of our dreams is to own our houses, but at this time, because you're trying to solve a short-term goal, because you're trying to be flexible with your resources, all you have to do is to afford to rent a house at this particular time. Now, you have an easier route of entry into housing and you have lower financial burden at the end of the day because you're not kicking your head and saying, oh, I need to buy this land, I need to pay an upfront payment, documents, and the rest of them. All you have to do is solve this short-term goal because at this particular time, you need to have a house, you need to be in a house. This is all you have to do. Now, renting gives you an opportunity to invest elsewhere. That's the second tip. It gives you an opportunity to invest elsewhere. Now, instead of you buying that property with that huge amount of money, why don't you rent a property and free up a capital for you to be able to invest in the major projects that you have? Now, I believe most of us have projects we want to pursue, we have businesses we want to go after. Why don't you save up or free up that capital instead of buying that huge amount of property, instead of buying that house? Cut out that money, invest short term, and rent a property or rent a house and use the bulk of that capital to invest in other business. Does that make sense to you? I think it does. Flexibility to move when needed. This is a third tip. Now, this is going to benefit our professionals in the tech department, the oil and gas department, and even the banking sector, where transfers are always impossible. You wake up in the morning, 2 days, 2 weeks, and you're being told you've been transferred to a different location, different from the place you are. So this becomes a challenge. So what do you have to do? Rent at this particular time because you are not going to worry about a long-term commitment because you've bought a property in a place. I know we've talked about renting. Now it is time for us to talk about buying. This is something about buying. If you're interested in long-term goals, if you're interested in long-term security, if you are interested in enjoying long-term stability, I think this is an opportunity for you to buy. Now, buying a property entails that you have your resources ready. When I say resources, I mean buying a car, fueling your car, changing the oil. You have the money. You're not somebody who you're thinking, do I have the money to buy this? Do I have the money to do this? Do I have no, 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 no. You don't do that when you want to buy a property because we are talking about long-term commitments, long-term goals, and long-term stability. Now, this is what you have to do. Buying gives you a lot. You have a choice. You have a choice of owning a property. Now, you have a choice to have property appreciation. Property appreciation. Now, I have a friend of mine who does this. He buys a house. In the next 2, 3, 4 years, that house appreciates. He sells the house, buys another one, 3 years, 4 years, he sells that one. This is how he does his business. So, but this has to entail that you have the resources available for you to buy these houses. Now, if you are still undecided about buying or renting a property, this is what you have to do. Come, let's look at your budget, let's look at your goals, and let's look at how flexible you are with short term commitments and long term commitments. All you have to do is contact the number on your screen. Let's forge ahead.